Hey my friends, this is Daniel Alley, and today I want to talk with you about why schools will never teach us about money. I believe that a lot of people will go to school for 12, 15, 20 years and they'll never learn a thing about money. Now there's economics class, there's finance classes, other classes that they can take like accounting that can help them understand a little bit about money, but they will never teach you about personal finances and how to actually become rich. And in this video, I want to share with you exactly why school will never teach you about money, while they'll never teach you how to become a millionaire, while they'll never teach you about financial independence. So listen up. Alright, before I get into this, I want you to think about some phraseology that school systems get people to use. I'll give you an example. When it comes to school, they never talk about sales, but they talk about fundraising. Why do they talk about fundraising? Because fundraising eventually becomes non-profit because they don't want to talk about sales. You see, sales talks about business, and they're afraid to teach you about business and entrepreneurship because it makes you think. And the school system forces us to become unconscious about what we're learning. They throw so many subjects at us, and they don't want us to think about the things that really matter because they're trying to create workers. Now, in order to fully understand this, we have to look back in the Industrial Revolution and fully grasp what they were trying to do back then. Now, I'm going to give you a simple definition of how the school system was formed during the Industrial Revolution. Basically, there were a bunch of millionaires and billionaires that got together and decided to develop something called school. What they really needed were a bunch of workers who would follow the rules and obey every single thing that the millionaires and billionaires had planned for them to do. And since that time, there's been very little changes overall to how people have been taught. Now, there's new subjects, there's new theories, there's new things that can be learned in school, but basically the overall principle of school is to create workers, is to create people who are followers, not people who are leaders. Now let's fast forward to today, because the current school system never wants anyone to know that they can make over $250,000 a year. Because if they knew that they can make $250,000 a year, then they know that they'll also never need school. Because most people who go to school and get a degree know they're not going to be making that much money. Because if you knew you could make that much money and how easy it was to do it, then you would never want to go to school. Nor will you teach your kids the importance of going to school. You see, the school system makes so much money off of children going to school. The average cost of a student from K to 12 is $200,000. And out of that $200,000, the government makes millions of dollars from it. When that student goes to college, they've already been conditioned to think in a certain way and to pay a certain price in order to receive a degree. So the government disguises themselves as financial aid, and they look the young 18-year-old student in the eye and tells them that the only way you'll get a job is if you sign up for a $50,000 loan. And it looks promising, so the kid says yes. And his parent, of course, happily agrees to it. But the truth is that the educational system is highly flawed. We never learn how to file taxes. We never learn about credit. We never learn about personal finances. We never learn about how the whole economic system actually works. Now, there's a lot of things that school will never teach you. They'll never teach you how to become a profound public speaker. They'll never teach you about nutrition. They'll never teach you about business. They'll never teach you about so many different subjects that you'll have to learn on your own. Now, why does this happen? Because they know that most people don't care about these subjects if they don't know about these subjects. And that's why it's your job to educate yourself by reading books, watching YouTube videos, and doing whatever you can to get your mind into something productive that will help you learn about everything you need to know about successful living. You have to understand that school wants you to hate the learning process. There's so many times where I personally went to school and I said, I hate reading these books. Now, I didn't hate books, but I hated reading those books because those books had nothing to do with my success. And I knew that something was wrong. But I realized that today, most people, when they think about reading, don't think about reading self-help or business books or autobiographies, books that would actually help them in their life. Usually when they partake in literature, they're reading magazines or novels or other things that have nothing to do with their success. So my friends, what I'm basically saying to you is this. I want you to think about how the school system have actually educated you and think about the things that you really need to learn. Has it really been helping you more than it's been hurting you? I want you to really face this reality so that you can begin to change your mentality right now. When a student goes to school from 7 in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that person is being conditioned to become a 9 to 5 worker. That person is being told to ask for permission, ask for a break, just like a kid asks to go to the bathroom. Ask for a day off, just like a kid that's eager to take a 3-day weekend. Ask for a promotion, just like our teachers used to ask us to beg for bonus points when they were grading our papers. That person is taught to ask for breaks, to ask for vacations, to ask for promotions. You see, my friends, you have to understand how the trap actually works. Now, I'm not saying school is completely unnecessary. I personally won't want my doctors or lawyers or engineers to go through life without going to school and getting a degree. But what I am saying is that 80% of people who go to school don't need to be going to school. What I am saying is that when a person goes to school, they don't need to be charged 10% on a loan that already costs too much. What I am saying is that if you believe that the educational system is the only way to make it big, and if you don't do it, you'll be ending up working at McDonald's, then that's a wrong way of thinking. I want you to understand why school will never teach us about money. My friends, there's so much more to share about this subject, and if you want me to keep making videos like this, comment yes in the section below. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification button, and make sure to share this with someone that you know really needs it. My friends, this is Daniel Alley, and I look forward to watching you become the greatest version of yourself and helping you become who you're meant to be. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and connect with me on social media if you want to have a conversation. Consider joining the School of Wealth, which is always in a link in the description below. I will show you exactly what you need to learn about money and show you what school has failed to teach you. My friends, again, this is Daniel Alley, and I look forward to watching you become the successful person you always wanted to be. See you next time.